Pop culture paints the giant anaconda as an armor-plated sea monster capable of dragging a deer into the abyss. Yet every 20-foot giant begins its life as a 2-foot-long, incredibly vulnerable noodle. The Amazon River winds through thousands of miles of dense canopy, a massive and indifferent landscape packed with predators. For a newborn snake, this environment is a labyrinth of constant, lethal threats. Your first few minutes of life are brutal. Anacondas do not lay eggs. Instead, a female gives birth to 20 to 40 live young and immediately abandons them. Maternal instinct is non-existent here. Once the mother pushes you out, she slithers away without looking back. When she leaves, you and your siblings scatter. At 24 inches long, you are the perfect snack size. Jaguars patrol the banks. Massive birds of prey circle overhead. And even adult anacondas will cannibalize a newborn if they find one. You have no muscle mass to fight back and no venom to defend yourself. Your existence depends entirely on your ability to vanish into the brown, murky current of the river. Dark spots and olive tones visually break up your outline against the muddy riverbed, acting as active camouflage. While perfectly still beneath the surface, your developing senses take over. You detect minute water movements, feeling the current shift around nearby targets without moving a muscle. Your first meal is entirely opportunistic. You let the river's current carry a small fish close to your jaws. You do not chase it. You simply freeze, wait for the exact right moment, and clamp down with shocking speed. Every tiny frog and fish you swallow is a biological necessity. You are racing against your own metabolism to pack on mass, because growing quickly is the only way to escape the bottom of the food chain. Transitioning into the juvenile phase requires a change in strategy. Your body is building serious muscle mass, and those small fish from your first few months can no longer fuel the energy required to move your heavier frame. As your mass increases, your caloric needs shoot upward. To keep growing, you must transition to capybaras, the world's largest living rodents, and young caimans, which are crocodilian reptiles native to Central and South America. Attacking a juvenile caiman is your first true test as an apex predator. They are heavily armored and aggressive. You have to rely completely on a silent, perfectly calculated ambush from the shallow water to overpower them before they can bite back. The process is often clumsy. You might strike a capybara, mistime your coil, and end up being dragged halfway across the river before your dinner manages to kick itself free. Reaching adulthood requires surviving these failures. You constantly test your physical limits against stronger, heavier prey, slowly learning how to deploy your expanding muscle mass with precision. Surpassing 15 feet in length changes your relationship with the jungle. You are now a column of pure muscle, and most creatures in the territory treat you with absolute terror. The menu now includes the region's largest inhabitants. You are capable of taking down deer, wild pigs, and fully grown adult caimans that make the mistake of crossing your path. Maintaining this enormous size requires a dedicated hunting ground. You must push your heavy frame through the dense jungle underbrush to locate a secluded, prey-rich stretch of river, scent marking the area to claim it as your own. With a stable hunting ground providing a consistent energy surplus, your biological focus shifts toward the next generation. During mating season, you scent track a female to engage in a slow, winding courtship, coiling around each other in a mesmerizing spiral dance that can last for hours. At this peak size, no other predator in the Amazon actively hunts you. You have conquered the river, leaving the slow, inevitable passage of time as your primary biological constraint. Aging is a mechanical failure. Years of explosive, high-tension strikes degrade your muscle elasticity. You are still incredibly strong, but that youthful, lightning-fast speed is fading. You begin to hunt smarter, leaning on strategy rather than raw power. Sometimes you revert to targeting smaller, easier prey, like a grazing capybara. It's a low-effort meal that doesn't require burning the massive energy a larger hunt demands. Eventually, you wait in ambush for a young deer. Your brain sends the signal to strike, but your heavy, exhausted muscles fail to react in time. The deer bolts, and your jaws clamp down on empty air. You miss. A deep, Unrecoverable exhaustion sets into your body. You slither back into the water, feeling the total weight of your mass resisting every movement. Most giant anacondas are not killed in a violent clash. They simply grow too slow and tired to catch the calories required to sustain their massive frames, quietly surrendering their mass back to the jungle that built them.